Alright, it's on the side. I look crazy. There's ain't nobody on here yet. Making apple cider vinegar. I'm cutting up apples. So apple cider vinegar is like super easy to make, and I've been like procrastinating, but I was like, let me make apple cider vinegar today since I'm in the creative mood. So yeah, these have been sitting here. They've been sitting here for quite some time, but they smell really, really good. And it's super easy to make apple cider vinegar. I was just trying to show y'all how it goes. And y'all can watch the video later if you don't catch the live right now. But I already started chopping up some apples. So you just roughly chop up apples, like 3 to 4 of them. And Randall, I was thrown off because it's talking about bring them. Raphael is watching, bring them on camera. Can you bring you on camera? Alright, and I look kind of crazy, y'all, so don't judge me. But yeah, so you put cut up the apples and like leave the cord parts off to the side. Apple cider vinegar is like super easy to make. Right now I'm cutting up the apples. Then I'm gonna put some water and some honey in there. All it takes is water and sugar combined with the sugar of the apples. And you know, apples, you know, they oxidize and ferment after some time. So cutting these up, and you know, I love the chemistry of different things because the way things work is always cool. So these apples, I really wanted to use these apples because I got these from the farmers markets that we do from Mercier Orchards. So the apple cider vinegars that I've made previously with these apples have been so good. I know most people don't like apple cider vinegar, but if you try to make your own apple cider vinegar at home, you will definitely find that it tastes a lot different than Bragg's. And then, mind you, Bragg's is like commercial. You know, they're making things in bigger quantities. This is something that you can home make yourself. And there are so many benefits to apple cider vinegar. If you haven't started using it yet, you can use apple cider vinegar for your face. It helps to balance the pH of the skin. So you can use it for your face. You can use it really pretty much all over your body, but it works really well as a facial toner. And then you can also, I've used it to help me with heartburn, combined with baking soda and some heartburn. Baking soda and apple cider vinegar, it helps with heartburn. So yeah, I got my apples all done here. And also another thing that's important with when you're making apple cider vinegar and using water, this is really important when you're making like any kind of anything. You should not use tap water. Oh yeah, no problem, Tay. You should definitely make it super easy. So I'm already cutting it up, just showing y'all how to make it. But yeah, one thing, whenever you're making anything, don't ever use tap water, just because bacteria can take part in your combination, whether it be skincare, whether it be food products. So you just definitely don't want to use tap water. So distilled water, we go get our water from the spring. So I just use my spring water, and I'll be right back. Let me go get my book right quick. Dang, I can't find my book. My apple cider vinegar book. You know what? I was gonna go get my apple cider vinegar book, but I really kind of know how to make this on my own. You know, sometimes you just need a resource. But yeah, cut up like 3 to 4 apples, and then you put 3 3/4 cups of water in there. I'm trying to find my measuring cup. Oh, and also another thing that's important when you're making it is to have a big container. Hey Lloyd, what's going on? Randall, yes, we drink that water, and after like a day or two it goes away, but yes, we drink that water. We got a whole bunch of it. I'll show y'all right quick. We got a bunch of it. So we get 2 5-gallons and just whatever like plastic jugs we got. We go and fill that up and just have water for days. So we put that. And actually spring water, I don't even care. Spring water, even though it stinks or whatever, it has sulfur in it. I know you just joking, but it has sulfur in it, so it's really, really good for you. But yeah, so when you're making apple cider vinegar, use a big container. So I found this one at Goodwill, thank goodness, because I love, to find stuff at the thrift store. And then if you want to use a mason jar, you can use one of these big 1/2-gallon mason jars. But you don't need the top. You'll probably need the top. You'll need to use a top. Hey, Craig. Hey, Lloyd. You'll need a top after the first week. But for the first time, you just need like an open container. Rubber bands.
I got rubber bands.
I got rubber bands. So a rubber band or a string. At first, I used a string. And you want to use like a clean cloth over it. You don't want to put like... you want it to be like an old pillowcase, an old towel, or something that it could still have air that gets in and out. But you want to make sure, because it's going to start turning into apple cider vinegar, that it doesn't have holes that are big enough that fruit flies can get into. Because fruit flies are going to come searching for this vinegar, of course. Okay, so yeah, back to what I was doing. So this is a 2-quart, 2-liter Pyrex. And it has the measurements on it. So I think I'm going to use this. Let me see. Never mind, I'm going to use my measuring cup because... Okay, so I got my measuring cup. Sorry, y'all. Who had the deep voice? Quentin? Talk about I got rubber bands, came out of nowhere. And Quentin made me do this Facebook Live, too. He was like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm making apple cider vinegar. He's like, you need to go live. I'm like, but I look crazy. Are you sure? I'm glad it's kind of dark, so y'all can't, like, really see. Y'all can see that my hair is kind of doing, like, some messy side ponytail, but it's really horrible. I hit up my person today. Okay, so this is a 4-cup. So I'm going to just make it 3 3/4 cup. Which is essentially 4. So yeah, the first time I tried to make this, I used a little mason jar and quickly found out that I had to... Craig, you getting both of us in trouble. Because I was wondering why he was coming in here talking about he's smarter than me. Alright, so yeah, you put the water in there. And so, see, this is why I say get a This is why I say get like a 2-quart, 2-liter. I also showed that you can get a mason jar, a 1/2-gallon mason jar, but you don't need the top as of yet. So yeah, I filled it up. As you can see, it's a lot of apples, and there are a lot of it's a lot of water too. So we're gonna let this sit in here, and I'm gonna put some. I feel like I put too many apples in here. They said 3 to 4, and I put 4, but a good way to know that like when it's ready is because the apples start sinking to the bottom. And this one has like a lot of apples, but it'll be okay. I might just add like a little bit more water. Just because, and we could read recipes all day, but we do things our own way once we get to experimenting. I think I'm going to have to take some of these apples out because some of them aren't even in the water. Alright, so I'm going to just take a few. Take probably like 1 apple out. I wish I would have known before I put it in there so I could have ate the apple because they smell so good and sweet. So I'm going to just take out a few so that it's enough. And then not only that, but I kind of made bigger pieces than usual. I'm trying to get it with the knife because I don't want to put my hand in there because it's going to be dealing with a bunch of bacteria as it is in order to ferment and sugars. Okay, so anyways, boom. Next, I get honey. And you put 1/4 cup of honey into there. Put about 1/4 cup of honey. You could use pure cane sugar. You can use pure cane sugar too, but honey. I don't know if Lloyd's still watching, but Lloyd, we need some honey. It's been too long without the honey. But yeah, you can, if you know somebody that has local honey, definitely support those who make local honey, if you can find it. If not, then of course you still just want to use like, this is like a Georgia wildflower honey. So pure cane sugar, like I said, also works. I'm gonna just put a 1/4 cup of honey in there. I really feel like just like eyeing it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just eye it, because after a while you kind of know what some stuff is. So yeah, you just need sugar and water. Craig is supposed to be teaching me how to make kombucha, because ever since I started making apple cider vinegar, I've just been so interested in like the way things ferment, the way they take on a different form. So you said I put too much in here. And then so from there you just stir this up. I don't even feel like doing the stirring part, but I'm gonna stir it up with the back end of my spoon, because there's a lot going on in here. But you just want to make sure that the honey is really dissolved in there. Just make sure it's like good and dissolved, so it's honey water. And again, like I said, I probably put in too many apples, so you can oh yeah, Craig, we can totally do that. And root drinks. I want to learn how to make root drinks. Quentin loves root drinks, and I like them too, because they give you so much energy. So we're like changing. We've done lifestyle changes before, but we're like serious about this lifestyle change. We've been doing good recently, just not eating meat, and especially after we went on a vacation, we were just eating so much meat. It's like, you know, when you go on vacation with family and all they eat is meat, it's like, how do I mean, we eat meat, but we just don't eat a lot of meat. Alright, so, but Craig, I definitely want to do a video on kombucha, like when you show me how to make that. Alright, so, this is pretty, it's pretty melted to me, pretty dissolved in there. So, the cool thing about this is I'm about to put a top over it. Gotta find a cloth right quick, but I'm gonna put a cloth over top of it, and then put a rubber band on top. Let me grab a cloth right quick. You know what? I don't know. I don't feel like using a cloth, so as a cloth you could just find like something small, or you can find like I cut up a pillowcase. An old pillowcase, and just use like some pieces from that. But like I said, you just want your top to be porous enough that like air can still get up in there. But flies, you don't want fruit flies to get up in there. I'm telling you, the fruit flies will come out too. They're gonna be trying to get on. They're gonna be on top of the thing, trying to get up in there. Oh yeah, it is winter, so hopefully they'll be gone. So yeah. All right, so I got my top on there, and it's just gonna sit. So it's gonna sit in here for the first week. So for the first week, it's gonna sit in here with the apples and the water. I'll know that it's ready. I want to shake it every day, just to keep the flow, give it good vibes, put some good intentions to it daily, and then I'll start to notice that like it'll sink to the bottom. Like once I get to shaking and stuff, if it sinks to the bottom, that means like the sugars are producing, it's pretty much turning into apple cider vinegar. So the first week process, it pretty much turns into apple cider. This is how most people get apple cider, just sitting apples and sugar and water, and that turns into apple cider. So I think that's why the apple cider vinegar tastes so good, because it's like apple cider, but like with a little funkiness of the vinegar. And so what I was going to show y'all, now that this one's done, I let this sit in here for a week, and then after a week, I'm going to strain that out and put, after a week, I'm going to strain that out and then let it sit for about 3 to 4 weeks. And you can let it sit for as long as you want, because it gets better with time. But this is another apple cider vinegar that I made. And another thing that I'm going to have to be mindful of, you want it to be warm. You want it to be warm. It's cold in my house, so I definitely might have to get like a towel or something to put around it. Or if you already do fermentation, you could put like a fermentation jacket over it, or one of those canning jackets. I heard something about that. So this is one that I already made. I used up the majority of my apple cider vinegar when I made this. This is fire cider. So fire cider takes about 5 cups of apple cider vinegar, horseradish, garlic, turmeric, ginger, peppercorns, onions, oranges, lemons, honey, rosemary, and thyme. So many good things. They said a shot of this helps to keep cold away. So we're letting this sit. Huh? Quentin said he's spoiled because I make all this stuff, but this is it helps to keep colds away. So I started this on 12/23. It has 4 weeks to sit. All right, so what I was gonna do is just show y'all what one of my ones that I already made looks like, and I could use a shot of apple cider vinegar. Let me shake it up a little bit. Let me pour that back in there and shake that up. Let me give her a good shake because it's been sitting. I just keep you said that. You never know. Nah, they would have been said that was the cure for AIDS if so. So I'm smelling it too. It has a vinegar smell. It doesn't smell as stink as Bragg's, but I keep thinking that y'all aren't on here anymore. But I see y'all still commenting. Okay, so this is what the apple cider vinegar that I made already. I had 2 batches, and I'm already down to just like a little bit of it. So I was like, I know I have to make more. But it's good to take a shot of apple cider vinegar a day before you even eat food. If you take like a shot of apple cider vinegar and drink some water, and it helps with digestion. Like I said, mixing apple cider vinegar like a tablespoon and then like a tablespoon of baking soda with some water helps with heartburn and indigestion. And you can also put this in a spray bottle, and then after you cleanse your face, you can spray apple cider vinegar on your face to help as a toner that helps to like tighten and firm your pores. Okay, no, it's not as strong tasting as Bragg's. That's what I was saying earlier. That when you'll find that when you make your own apple cider vinegar, that it's so different from Bragg's. Like most people think that apple cider vinegar is nasty, but I'm like, if you try this, everybody that I've had try this is like, oh, that's good. Now it still has that vinegary taste, so it's like you wouldn't just like sip on it, but like a shot of it is good. So I'm gonna take a shot. See, so your face is still gonna be like this. Woo! That mug is super strong, but it's sweeter than Bragg's. Good Lord. I just burped. Good Lord. Okay. So it's been sitting there longer than... Woo! That's some strong stuff. I know that fire cider is going to be fiery. But yeah. Okay, now I'm going to give Quentin a shot of it because Quentin wants to take a shot. But, okay. That was my second batch. And that mug is super strong. I like how you can see, like, it's so cool because, I guess y'all can't really see it, but you see, like, you know how in apple cider vinegar you have that, like, that mother with that sugar and that water just floating around. You definitely want to have that mother in your stuff so you know that the bacteria took. Quentin, come take your apple cider vinegar shot. So we got to see Quentin's face. It's not that strong, but it is strong, actually. It's sweeter because of the apples that I made it with. No, can you come here, please? You asked to take one. Yeah, Quentin's giving me hard times and trouble. He wants me to bring it to him because he thinks that he's in here working so hard. Here. And we got to see his face. Now, we like to try little weird little things, but... it's strong, ain't it? But I think that might put some hair on your chest. That's how I was feeling afterwards. That's how I was feeling afterwards.
Let you know your lips chapped. Let me know that my lips was chapped.
It let you know it burnt you? Burnt the lips? And Quentin's in here getting orders already.
I better order for tomorrow. Before tomorrow.
Today is the last day of our year-end sale. So a lot of people have been putting in orders. Y'all can take your too. But yes. Oh, Ree, you're watching. Ree, I never got to get up with you, but look, I was just showing them. I think you might have missed it. I made fire cider, So I finally got around to making it. Too, if you guys ever want to make fire cider, I might make another one because people have already been like asking about it. I think that this is gonna be a lot for Quentin and I, but if you want to make fire cider, I'll probably get some more ingredients. It kind of took me a while to procure everything that I needed to make fire cider. Specifically, horseradish was extremely hard to find. So I finally made the fire cider with the apple cider vinegar. I didn't want to use all my apple cider vinegar, so I used like half of my apple cider vinegar in another one. Yes, fire cider. Yay, it's great. Ray, you need to let me know and let me try it because Quentin keeps asking like every day. He's like, "Is the fire cider ready?" I'm like, "No, it has like 3 to 6 weeks," and I made this on the 23rd, so that means time to chill. And yes, Raphael, the fire cider is like an old herbal concoction of like apple cider vinegar. So it's mainly apple cider vinegar because apple cider vinegar is just so healing. Mixed with ginger, turmeric, horseradish, oranges, lemons, jalapeno, onions. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, that's what I put in mine. Everybody could put different things. You really want to do like spicy stuff. I put rosemary and thyme and peppercorns in here as well. What'd you say? Roots, earthy things, Quentin said. Horseradish was extreme. I don't know if y'all seen Ishmael talking about he was chewing on eating horseradish or something today. I'm like, horseradish is nasty, so I don't know how you were doing that. I had to hurry up and make this because the horseradish was so strong. So yeah, just for people who are joining, this is my apple cider vinegar that I just finished making. So I'm going to let this sit here for a week, and then after the week, I'm going to strain it with a cheesecloth. And I also found a good idea for strainers. I don't know if anybody else knows about this, but I'm pretty sure people know about this because yesterday I needed to strain some oil, and I have potato and onion sacks. So if you have potato and onion sacks, they most often come with like these little strainers. Don't put this on top of your apple cider vinegar during the first week. You want to use a cloth that's closed, that nothing can get in and nothing can get out as far as bugs go, because they're going to be attracted. Let that sit for a week. But yeah, you can always use potato strainer. I like to use a cloth or a paper towel. So yeah, that was me just talking about apple cider vinegar. It's pretty great. I could show y'all some of my other things that I make. Got to get to making more things, but this is my chamomile and calendula infusion. I just learned yesterday how to infuse oils quickly within a 12 to 24 hour span, and that is what I did right here. This was infused quickly, so this smells like chamomile. I infused both of these on the same day. This one does not have the sweet chamomile smell. This one does. It's extracted, and then that's what I was saying. I use my potato sack as a strainer. So I like when I get like innovative and do some different things. Man, that shot of apple cider vinegar I got has my stomach hurting. Just to go back over right quick, since y'all are with me, just to go back over apple cider, how to make apple cider vinegar. Cut about 3 apples. I did 4. Cut about 3. Put them in the jar. And you know what? I might have did a step wrong because I didn't have my book, but I think I did a step wrong. I think I did the honey water first. So you want to do 3 3/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of honey, 3 apples. Put it up in there. Let it sit for a week and do the things that nature does to itself. And then after a week, I'm gonna strain it and let it sit for another 3 weeks and produce apple cider vinegar like this. So this is why I don't ever throw away bottles such as these. I have this old kombucha bottle. Got a kombucha bottle right there. I keep all my kombucha bottles because I never know when I need to just bottle something else back up. So I got those. Got my fire cider, chamomile and calendula. I got liquid soap I'm about to pour, and I gotta make more body butter. So this is my lab, my kitchen and my lab. So thanks you guys for joining in. Quentin?
Yep. I'll be going live soon too.
Quentin wants y'all to know about our year-end sale. Please take advantage.
Oh yes, take advantage of the year-end sale. It's 20% off right now. As you can see, everybody took advantage. Well,
not everybody, but quite
not everybody, but
people.
Quite a bit of people, and then there's still more on the computer.
Ooh,
but yeah.
Read.
And,
yes, alchemy. Quentin's always like, you're an alchemist. I'm like, yeah. I mean, combining different things is so cool. We got to get together. I was like, I need to get together with other herbalists and make different things. I hate that I couldn't make it that one time to make fire cider, but I got around to making my own, and then I got to share the ingredients with family members so that they could make their own too. Peace Warden, you said fire tonic next. I need to know more information about the fire tonic. Oh wait, do you want to see the video on the fire tonic is what you're saying, or you're gonna show me how to make fire tonic? Because I'm like, that sounds like fire cider, but if you're gonna teach me how to make fire tonic too, I would be down with if that's something different, making that. Speaking of fire tonic though, I need to go have a seat. My stomach is hurting after the apple cider vinegar. Like my stomach hurt. Like I can't even stand up straight. I'm like, oh, because I haven't ate anything today, so that is probably why I'm down and out. So I'm about to go lay down. Peace.